Hello, beautiful beings. So, I said a long time ago that I'm just going to bring you with me wherever I go. And whatever I'm going through or whatever's going through me. When I very first started making my videos, that's exactly what was coming through. And every single time I stop making videos, and I have felt compelled to make videos the last several days. And I've been shedding. I've been in a major shed. Call it whatever you want. We're all going through it at different degrees. It's how can I just put it in a nutshell what shedding is? It feels like grieving. Grieving for no obvious reason. And the grieving process is a bunch of different emotions: anger, bargaining, depression, sadness, longing, frustration. I don't know what else there is, and it's not just in a neat, tidy little row of emotions. It's a roller coaster. You don't know which one's coming next, and there's not anything that I can do about it to speed it up. Or actually, yes, they're saying I do help it move through as fast as possible. And that is by, and this has been going on for 5 or 6 days now. I'm definitely coming out right now. But I have been sleeping a lot, and I have continued to eat well and drink a lot of water and juice, things that are really good for me. I the it seems like the most important thing that I do to get through a shed like this is, to me, it's the unnecessary, all the conditioning from lifetimes and this lifetime, and it's nobody's fault. It's just what it's like here on planet Earth. We all get conditioned. So all of that is being stripped away. All that conditioning is being stripped away, pruned away, so we can just be ourselves because everyone else is already taken. So my purpose is to be who I am meant to be. And that is a clear open channel for the divine to pour through. So I started this process a couple years ago making these videos, and I know it has helped so much. So in this, the shedding process. So anyway, the most important thing that I do when I'm going through a shed is I reach out. I keep reaching out. That's the one thing that my mind, and during a shed, my mind is very active. And I don't like it. It scares me. Yeah, it scares me because it feels like I used to feel before I woke up with Muji. Well, I even felt like that after Muji. Also, like my mind was a tsunami, but it was still different than before I woke up with Muji, because before I woke up with Muji, there was nowhere. There always has been this place to go, the silence, because we are that. It's always been here. We have always been here. So the difference between the day before I woke up with Muji and the day I woke up with Muji is there was a place to go when my mind would get really loud. And that has been my practice for over 7 years now, is from person to presence. And I can turn my attention to my thoughts and just automatically go with them because they feel like they are me. And I've been believing certain ways of thinking for so long, I don't have a clue that I'm following self-defeating thoughts because it just feels natural. So the shedding process is shedding those thoughts, and along with the emotions, and there's just so much going on on the planet right now, planetarily, and just the collective. It just feels so heavy sometimes. It feels like, yep, I'm definitely not the only one going through this. It's like, well, It's like, Mother Earth. For some reason, I've always seen the Earth as female. And I have just felt like Mother Earth is just not going to tolerate being abused anymore. And that is a part of the major shifts that are happening on the planet. People aren't it's not remaining as easy for people to stay unconscious and do horrible things. Oh, thank goodness. So, the most important thing I do when I'm going through a shed and I just want to stay in bed and sleep, and my mind is just too loud, and I keep accessing the silence, but it just still feels heavy and I can't stop crying and I don't know why. That's okay. It's so much better to cry my eyes out than to hold it in and then explode in anger. It's going to come out in some kind of emotion anyway, so it may as well be the appropriate emotion, the one that doesn't hurt anybody. The only one that it hurts is the ego that's shutting off anyway. That's the only thing, that's the only reason I would ever keep myself from just being open about where I'm at, is that my mind doesn't want me to do it, because it knows if I start talking about where I'm at, then that is shining my light of awareness on it, whatever it is that is moving through. So I just do my very best to let it move through, and I've written myself notes over the years, and sometimes I go through my writings at really really tough times, and inevitably there will be a note that I wrote for myself that says, if you are feeling down right now, it will end. You are in a shed and it's over your eyes. You can't see right now, but it's okay. Just keep going, rest, take care of yourself, don't be hard on yourself, do the best you can, keep reaching out. Oh, so, the thing that I keep coming around back full circle every single time that I stop recording my videos, and I have felt compelled. I have felt compelled over the last 5 days that I've been going through this. It doesn't really feel like I'm going through something. It feels like something's going through me. It feels like a storm has come in, and I'm just doing my very best to stay present. So, I said a couple years ago that I'm just going to bring you with me no matter what is going on. Then when I am going through something and I am sleeping a lot and, not wanting to shower, you know what that's like. Not wanting to leave my camper, but wanting to leave my camper, like not wanting to be here in my camper at all, but not having the energy to get in my car and go to the river. And then when I think about going to the river, it just reminds me that I don't have a dog, and it would just be sad anyway, and why would I even go to the river? I'd just be sitting there by myself. That's how I get. That's where I've been. So I was talking to, and I've asked her permission if it's okay if I mention her name. I was talking to Gabriella this morning. She called me, and I was talking to her about my videos, and I said, I want this. Yeah, that's it. That's what you need to do. My mind, they're reminding me, Muji said once, the mind always wants this Hollywood ending or this Hollywood something, but it's the truth I have found is very simple. It's as simple as waking up, just to from focusing my attention from one thought to another. When I hear the truth, I know it because it's simple. It's not these big profound words that I can't understand what you're saying. It's a very, oh, yeah, absolutely. Because I have found over and over and over, if I feel blocked in some area of my life, it doesn't have anything to do with something I'm not doing more of. It only has to do with what's still there's still some resistance in my being. in myself that I haven't resolved yet. I haven't shown my light of awareness on completely yet, but that's happening. I don't even have to worry about that. That is happening, and man, oh man, I know that I have let go of so much more in the last week. So much more. And I don't even know yet. I may never even know the full extent, but I know I've let go of a lot of fear. And so, okay, so I make it a point not to watch anything negative, icky. That is really sad. Yeah, it really doesn't even matter. I thought for a second, some people see that as ignorance or you're just ignoring what's going on in the world. But like my oldest daughter and I were saying, I'll just call her Dothra because that's what I call her anyway. Why do we need to be informed about things that are going bad in the world? Because there are so many bad things going on in the world. Like how do we know? It just goes on and on. The things that people think that we should be focused on, and that will help the world somehow. Not for me. If I see something really bad, I was listening to a video today, because I like to listen to documentaries as I'm cleaning, as I'm working. And it was pretty negative. It was in India. It was about arranged marriages and what happens to people when they fall in love. And it's not an arranged marriage, and they fall in love with somebody out of their caste. Their families murder them. They kill them. And I mean, there are 65 million fewer females in India than men, because when a woman finds out that she's going to have a girl, she gets an abortion, because women don't have value there. The only value that they have is like a trading thing. The arranged marriages is all about money. Bottom line is, what the ancients are reminding me of right now, bottom line is, it's about what other people think about other people and the importance on that. So, to me, that is at the root. Besides fear, of course, fear is at the root of it, but the thoughts that come up that I identify with, that I let keep me from recording videos when I'm going through things, or when a storm is passing through. When I identify with thoughts that keep me from doing anything for my highest good, there is always fear attached, and right past that, I don't even know how to say it, I'm just seeing it, is what other people think. And I know for a fact, because I'm seeing it very, very clearly now. I'm not saying I'm done. Absolutely not. But I do know that shedding the belief that it matters what other people think of me, being free of that when those thoughts come in, after a while, once I get a clue of what it has been, like the thoughts that I've just been automatically going with, once I start getting a clue of the ideas that I have been following, then, I've said it already in this video, but I'm sure I'll say it many, 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 many more times in my life. When I shine the light of my awareness on them, those thoughts start dissipating. They can come in, they will automatically come in, because that's just what thoughts do. It's not their fault. Thoughts automatically come in, but then once I'm aware, then that thought can come in, and I recognize it more quickly every time. So I don't go down that road. So the next time a storm is coming through and my mind is saying no, no, and I was feeling compelled to make a video.
Power off.
Oh, damn. Oh, I forgot to do that. Now it's lagging. Love you so much.